Hi and welcome back to Broken Antler Outdoors. Today I want to talk about the Benchmade Adamas 275 folding knife. This military bred folding knife is probably one of the chunkiest and most well-designed folding knives that I've had for quite a while. Now the design has been drawn up by Shane Siebert, and actually some of the money that you spend on the knife goes to the Rangers Association of America. On the table you see two versions of the same knife, just to show you the difference in color and blade design that you can get. Now the first one is an all black plain blade drop point design, and the second one is a desert handle with a black blade and serrations. Now the drop point blade is the only blade shape you can get, but you can obviously choose between a serrated blade or a plain blade, and you have the choice between a desert sand handle or a all black. The steel that is being used for these knives is D2 tool steel, which is tempered to about 60 to 62 Rockwell. So it is quite high up there, almost comparable to something like the S30V or the VG10. And in my opinion, it's a good tool steel to use. I have several knives that have the same steel, and they're all excellent knives to use. They're a bit hard to resharpen, and I would suggest getting a diamond system just to retouch the edges, but at the same time you get a very high edge resistance. The handle material is a G10 with stainless steel liners, and it has a skeletonized design to reduce the weight. The locking mechanism is the patented Axis lock made by Benchmade. Now this is a very strong but at the same time smooth and quick opening mechanism that allows you to deploy the blade very easily and effectively. One of the great advantages to this locking mechanism actually is that it's ambidextrous. So left-handed people, just like myself, do not get the disadvantages that we get with a lot of the knives that we use day to day. At the same time, we get a deep carry pocket clip which can be interchanged to the other side, so we have the choice of how to carry this. I now want to give you some of these specifications of this blade, so I'm just going to get my little cheat sheet out here and tell you some of the facts that might be important for you to know. The blade length is 3.82 inches. That would be comparable to a Cold Steel Recon 1. The blade thickness is 0.16 inches, which is quite thick, but for a military design folder it's nothing that is shocking. The overall length is 8.7 inches. And the close length is 4.88 inches. Now what is really fascinating about this knife is the weight. The weight is 7.7 ounces, which is very heavy for a folding knife, especially if you think about EDCing this blade. Now I have carried this knife in my pocket day to day before to see how it would work as an EDC blade. I have to say, although it is a great knife to use and it's very usable and just a good performer, I would say that it is too heavy and too big for an all-purpose EDC knife. You would want something smaller. Some people enjoy, Swiss Army knives. Some people actually do carry the Cold Steel Recon 1, which in size is comparable to the Adamas, but the weight is a lot less. And that, I think, is the main factor, because you do not feel it in your pocket as much as this. If you do want to carry this on your belt, or if you are deployed or use it in a more military environment, you do get this MOLLE pouch with this, with the MOLLE straps on the back. It comes in two colors depending on which knife you choose. If you choose the desert version, you get a desert colored sheath. If you choose the all black, you get a black sheath. It also comes with this malice clip to attach it to your belt. All in all, I have to say that the Benchmade Adamas 275 is a great folding knife. The superior build quality and the exceptional materials that are being used in this blade just show how well Benchmade actually designs their blades. And in a military environment, this will be one heck of a folding knife to take with you. It is indestructible. It is a very solid piece of work. In an EDC environment, I would say choose something different if you don't want a big chunk of metal in your pocket. But as a backup knife in a wilderness environment, to just throw in your pack and know that you have a solid blade with you, I would definitely say give it a go. I am not ashamed that I spent the money on this, and I'm happy to be playing around with this because the Axis lock actually is just very fun to use. This smooth and quick deployment makes it a joy, and I still enjoy this blade even though I had it for a long time, and I still go back to this day to day. If you want to read more about this knife, I will put the link to the Benchmade website into the description. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and comment below. As always, I appreciate your support, and I'll be back soon with another video. Until then, stay safe.